Hi, my name is Maria and I'm from CodeMe. Now I'm going through the functions of how to use Navistools Model Publisher and Navistools Model Browser. After successfully installed, the program adds Model Publisher and Property Publisher commands to the Navisworks Navistools field tab. With Model Publisher and Property Publisher, you can export geometry and properties of the Autodesk Navisworks models to the web server and afterwards browse them with normal web browser. Using Model Publisher with local PHP web service installed on Windows. To follow this tutorial, you need to have PHP installed on your Windows. Please follow Install PHP on Windows instructions to install PHP if needed. Now, please open the sample model. The model already has selection sets that are used for exporting the model in several groups. Idea of using groups is that you can turn them on and off afterwards when browsing the model with the web browser. Now select PDMS from the selection tree and press Model Parameters toolbar button. This is how to get center point of the model and high values to be filled in Model Parameters section of the property grid. After that, please enter the model name and publishing date to the header section and enter 1 to the initial group to display field. This means that group number 1 is automatically displayed when opening the model in web browser. After that, check that Publish to localhost is selected and save parameters to the web service by using Export Parameters toolbar button. In this tutorial, we are now creating a group from model items that represents equipment and publish it to the web server. The model already has a selection set called Equipment that we are going to use. First, select Equipment selection set from Navisworks Sets window. Related model items will be highlighted. Then select Name for model item names from the pop-up list in Identification section. Name is selected because this tutorial is using PDMS model and model items will be linked to database by using item or name property. If you are publishing, for example, IFC-based model, use then guide instead. After that, select IDS1 for group from the pop-up list. Then enter equipment for group name and equipment for table. This is the name of the database table, which is used when model item is linked with database information. Table will be populated with Navisworks properties described in the next chapter. Now you can press Export to publish the group into the web server. For publishing properties to the data service database, we are using plugin called Property Publisher. Select Equipment selection set from Navisworks Sets window. Related model items will be highlighted. Check that plugin is connected with SQLite database. If not, you can change data source with Data Source toolbar button. Populate all properties from Equipment selection set to the data table by using Generate Data Table command. Now change to Select tab. Select all properties under the database branch and press Populate Properties command. Now only properties from database property category will be published to the web server. Now press Upload to SQLite toolbar button to start loading data to the data service database. Enter equipment for table name and select Node for key column from the pop-up lists. Check Override Table if exists and press OK. After that, first group is published to the local web server and related properties are published to the local database. Now we browse published model with web browser locally. Run Navistools localhost server path. It will start local PHP web server. You can minimize this window, but don't close it. Now navigate with web browser to localhost 8000. Now I'm going through the functions of Model Browser. Navistools Model Browser is a server-based JavaScript application that displays the model in the browser. Application supports also WebVR and Canvas APIs, and you can view published models and walk around in VR by using Oculus Rift headset and Canvas. When Navisworks models are published into the web server by using Navistools Model Publisher, you can browse them with any modern web browser without need to install any third-party plugins. Just enter the URL of published model. Website is divided in two parts. Left window displays a 3D model that can be zoomed and rotated with the mouse when using PC or with the gestures when using tablet or phone. It also contains controls that can be opened and closed while mouse click. Right window contains properties, selection tree, and views that are used interactive with selecting objects in the 3D window. Using controls. Model information command displays the name of the model and the publishing date in the property grid. Groups menu item opens Load and Unload pop-up list, where you can select what groups to load or unload into the model. Loaded groups are displayed in the selection tree control. You can refresh it by clicking the refresh icon on the right. When Measure Tools is enabled, you can select 2 points in the model and the application will calculate distance and offsets between them and display them in the Properties control. When clipping is enabled, you can clip the model from different directions by using sliders. When orthographic view is enabled, you can switch between top, right, left, front and back projections by selecting one of them. When orthographic mode is disabled, application go back to perspective mode. Using tabs. Properties tab. You can display data that is published with model objects by pointing at the object with the mouse. If object has a data attached, it will be displayed into the property grid. Selection Tree tab. Application contains a selection tree that can be used for searching a certain object from the model. Selected object will be zoomed to screen and its metadata will be populated into the property grid. Views tab. Comments. You can add comments to the published model so that everyone else that is browsing the model will also see them. New comments are created by enabling commenting from the switch button. After enabled, new comment will be created to the location that is pointed by a mouse. Switch button Show Comments will show or hide existing comments. Save Views. You can create a saved view from any point of view when browsing the model. To create a saved view, please enter its name into a text box and press Save button. After that, newly created saved will be added to viewpoints list. When you want to go to the saved view later, just select it from the viewpoints list. To delete a saved view, please select it from the viewpoints list and press the Delete View button.